You're listening to Vigyan Ki Awaaz podcast, catalyzed and supported by the National Council for Science and Technology Communication, produced by Media for Community Foundation, content support by Kadalose FM 90.4 Community Radio and hosted by your Surya Kiran.
आइए हम सुने विज्ञान की अनकही कहानियाँ। आइए हम सुने विज्ञान की अनसुनी कहानियाँ। एक नई दुनिया की आवाज़ आपकी
Transarterial chemoembolization, or TACE, places chemotherapy and synthetic materials called embolic agents into a blood vessel feeding a cancerous tumor to cut off the tumor's blood supply and trap the chemotherapy within the tumor. It is most often used to treat live cancer, but may also be used in patients whose cancer has spread to the other areas of the body. Chemoembolization may be used as a standalone treatment or in combination with surgery, ablation, chemotherapy, or radiation therapy. Dear listeners, in the previous episode, we spoke with Dr. Manju Saraswati, Scientist E, Sri Chitra Tirunal Institute for Medical Sciences and Technology, Trivandrum, as she shared her research in developing mucoadhesive bandages, biodegradable microparticles for transarterial chemoembolization, etc. Let's get along with today's episode and get more details on the ranking of India, the future landscape of these researches, and more as we converse with Dr. Manju Saraswati.
So currently I'm mainly focusing on design and development of materials and devices for medical application, especially dental applications. So one of the major project that I'm doing is design of drug-eluting mucoadhesive bandages for localized oral drug delivery applications such as oral cancers, oral candidiasis, oral ulcers, and surgical perforations, etc. So one of the main projects that I am doing is designing drug-eluting mucoadhesive bandages for localized oral drug delivery application. So there are many oral formulations are available, especially in the gel form or in the powder form for these oral applications. For example, oral ulcers, or for the candidal growth, or for even for the cancer, oral cancers, for the localized oral cancer therapy. But the problem with this gel formulations or the powder formulation that is available in the market is that it will come out very easily, because it's not having that mucosal strength. That means it will not stick on the mucosal membrane for a long period of time because of its properties, inherent properties. So even for patients or for old age peoples, means the frequent application of this gel system is needed in order for an effective therapy. But sometimes it is not comfortable for those patients or for old age people. So the therapy will not be that effective also. So what we are doing is, we are trying to develop a drug-eluting mucoadhesive bandage that can stick on the mucosal membrane or the gingiva or the palate for a long period of time, like 8 hours to 48 hours, depending upon the application. So for in the case of oral ulcers, and sometimes it is like a very small ulcer, means it will go within like 1 or 2 days. But sometimes it is severe and it takes some more time, and that have pain, inflammation and infection that create other related problems. So definitely we have to treat it. So that time, this mucosal membrane that has very good adhesion to the mucosal membrane is highly useful. So that is where its effectiveness and its advantages over the other product that is available in the market. So it's still under development, and we have optimized the formulation, its mucoadhesive strength and all, and we find that means compared to any other systems that is showing that mucosal adhesiveness, means it's having very high strength. That means it will stay definitely for a period of more than 2 days, it will stay irrespective of the dynamic oral conditions. And currently we are doing the biocompatibility evaluation of this membrane, and it's ongoing. And we are also talked to a company, that is Privas Dentro Private Limited, regarding this product, and they are also interested to collaborate. So that means once we have this biocompatibility evaluation, we can talk to the company, we can in collaboration we can move ahead. So once the product comes, good.
The Division of Dental Products under the Department of Biomaterial Science and Technology at Sri Chitra Tirunal Institute for Medical Sciences and Technology, Trivandrum, has already developed and transferred technologies of various dental materials such as dental composites, dentine bonding agent, and single solution bonding agent, intrauterine drug releasing systems to industry, which are marketed under the brand names Restofil, Steadbond, Steadbond S, and Emily. The other activities include microcomputerized tomographic analysis, that is, micro-CT, of polymer scaffolds, ceramics, bone implants, and dental tissues. The laboratory has been instrumental in developing and commercializing a number of products such as blood bag system, dental restoratives such as Restofil Steadbond and Steadbond S bonding agents, Restofil Enflow, and low viscosity nanohybrid dental composite and hormone releasing intrauterine devices, that is IUD, which are all currently in the market. Let's get along with the episode and learn more about the past, the present, and the future possibilities of the research areas undertaken by Dr. Manju Saraswati. Dr. Manju Saraswati shares about the past, present, and future of the study.
So once the product is optimized and all its biocompatibility evaluations and preclinical evaluations are over, means it has to be applicable for multiple oral conditions like oral candidiasis, oral ulcers, oral cancers, because in oral cancers also it's like a huge application, means the systemic drug delivery is for oral localized to oral cancers is not that effective. So once we have this mucoadhesive bandage thoroughly evaluated, means we can apply different drug of interest for different application and can be used. So it will be highly effective for not only for a single disease condition, for a multiple disease conditions with by using different drug of interest. So it will compete with different foreign products in the market. That's what we are hoping. Let's see.
Can you tell us where India stands in the global ranking of these areas?
So even though there are multiple products are available in the market, most of the products are like a foreign products. So the Indian products are very few in numbers, and even those products are also not par with the foreign products. So there are a lot of research even within India. There are a lot of research going on. So definitely means we will be self-sufficient and we will be par with, means our product quality will be par with the foreign product within few years of time. That's what we are hoping. At least this product will come into the market.
You're listening to Vigyan Ki Awaaz podcast, catalyzed and supported by the National Council for Science and Technology Communication, produced by Media for Community Foundation, content support by Kadal Osai FM 90.4 Community Radio, and hosted by your Surya Kiran. Ma'am, can you tell us who are all our competitions or contemporaries in this field of research?
When we talk about these dental products or the oral drug delivery devices, there are many foreign products available from like a 3M, Dentsply, GC America, etc. So Indian products, even there are few Indian products also, but definitely we have to work more on. There are many startup companies and there are many companies, Indian companies are working on this. So we will compete with the foreign market within short period of time.
Activities in Dental Products Lab of Sri Chitra Tirunal Institute for Medical Sciences and Technology, Trivandrum, generally follow a threefold approach. First, product development and transfer of technologies, followed by basic and applied research encompassing areas of tissue engineering, nanotechnology, novel dental materials and drug delivery systems, and finally, academic programs where PhD students and MPhil students work in novel areas of biomedical technology. The division's focus is on research and development of point-of-care devices for dental and orthopedic applications, including preventive and restorative materials for dental caries, periodontitis, wound healing, osteoporosis, and bone defect management. Moving on, let's find out how Indian industries are associating with these research projects as briefed by Dr. Manju Saraswati.
So there are many companies, Indian companies like Prem Dental Private Limited, Denpro Private Limited, and are interested in this project, especially the Privas Denpro Private Limited. They are interested in this particular product, and they also willing to collaborate with this project. So after the biocompatibility evaluation, we are trying to collaborate with them for the further action.
Interesting. Can we have a rundown on your patents, research papers, and the awards you have won?
So in addition to this particular project, I'm also working on some other project also. Like one of the very important project that I'm working is plasticizer-free biomedical devices. So the plasticizer-free biomedical devices. So in most of the biomedical devices, especially like blood bags, catheters, dialysis tubing, dental adhesives, means there are high concentrations of plasticizers, especially the phthalate-based plasticizers are using. In blood bags, like around 50% of the plasticize of the compositions are plasticizers. In dental adhesives and dental soft liners, means like a 47% of composition is plasticizers. The phthalate based plasticizers. So we are trying to develop a plasticizer free biomedical devices that have enhanced the stability and can have a good biocompatibility. So including all these projects means I have filed many patents. So I have filed an Indian patent for mucoadhesive bandage, and waiting for the examination report and patent granting. And the publication also, I have more than 23 publication, and it's also in high impact journals. I have the total impact factor is more than like 110, and the citation is 1600 and something. So still some of the paper is under communication. So all these projects that I'm working is within these 3 years. So the papers has to come. That's all. So actually for this plasticizer free denture soft liners, I have received an innovative young biotechnologist award from Department of Biotechnology, Government of India in February 2021. So, and during the COVID time, we have developed Chitra Acrylosome respiratory secretion solidification system that is highly useful for the COVID patients. So what it do is, it's based on a superabsorbent polymer based system that is integrated with a high spectrum disinfectant. So during COVID, we have developed Chitra Acrylosome respiratory secretion solidification system. So that is for collecting the contagious respiratory secretions from the patient. So it will decontaminate the secretion within a short period of time and solidify the secretions. It will decontaminate the secretion within a short period of time and solidify it immediately. So there is no problem of aerosol formation and recontamination. So the technology that we have developed is transferred to Romson Scientific and Surgical Private Limited, and there we also did some field trial in collaboration with the company and with different hospitals other than Chitra, like Anantapuri Hospital in Trivandrum, and we are getting a very good positive feedback from the nursing and nursing assistant. So in future, we are trying to market it very effectively, and all these field trials will lead us towards that. I would like to add one of our innovations that is Chitra Acrylosome Respiratory Secretion Saltification System that we have developed during the COVID time.
Thank you, Dr. Manju Saraswati, for spending your time with us and sharing your research story so patiently. I'm sure the listeners learned some of the advanced innovations available in the dental care. Thank you, ma'am. Conclusively, would you like to say something on the Vigyan Ki Awaaz as one of the STEM popularization initiative by the Department of Science and Technology?
So Department of Science and Technology is taking a great initiative to connect between the scientist and the common people. So it's a great opportunity for us also. I thank Department of Science and Technology for this initiative. Thank you.
In recent times, muco-adhesive drug delivery systems are gaining popularity in oral cancer. It is a malignancy with high global prevalence. Despite significant advances in cancer therapeutics, improving the prognosis of late-stage oral cancer remains challenging. Targeted therapy using muco-adhesive polymers can improve oral cancer patients' overall outcome by offering enhanced oral mucosa bioavailability, better drug distribution and tissue targeting, and minimizing systemic side effects. Muco-adhesive polymers can also be delivered via different formulations such as tablets, films, patches, gels, and nanoparticles. These polymers can deliver an array of medicines, making them an adaptable drug delivery approach. Drug delivery techniques based on these muco-adhesive polymers are gaining traction and have immense potential as a prospective treatment for late-stage oral cancer. That was interesting. You're listening to Vigyan Ki Awaaz podcast, catalyzed and supported by the National Council for Science and Technology Communication, produced by Media for Community Foundation, content support by Kadal Osai FM 90.4 Community Radio, and hosted by your Surya Kiran. We will meet again in another exciting episode. Thank you for listening.